Welcome, boys, and in today's video we are going to be reacting to a Abba and Preach reacting to the situation that happened to Fit from Fresh and Fit, right? So a little background story. Fit was, Myron, I guess, was dealing with some girl, and then turns out that the girl lied on him. She was trying to imply that he was that he kind of, I guess, forced himself on her, right? But it turns out that she was actually lying. And this video is a video of Abba and Preach actually reacting to Myron showing the receipts, right? Why is this important for us to learn is that this could happen to you guys. This could happen to me. This could happen to anyone. So watching this and breaking it down will help us know how to avoid situations like this. Okay, let's jump right into this video. I'm not going to be pausing a lot because the video is long and I don't want this video to be like 30-40 minutes. Okay, so let's jump right into this video. I'll be giving my own input as the video goes along. Let's get right into it.
H3 versus FNF stuff, right? We said, yo, honestly, this girl's story don't make no sense. And so, Fresh and Fit came out with their own little live stream and then posted a couple of, long form conversations. And I thought it would be important to cover some of these receipts, see if what we said was correct. It was. I don't think I need to play this video. Well, come on, it was.
We got back to the apartment and I left my wallet, and I guess it was a gift from God, but I left my wallet in Myron's car because he was the one driving. And Myron gets the wallet, and Walter was like, oh, he wants your friend's number if he's going to bring back the wallet, meaning me.
I need your friend's number if I'm going to bring back the wallet?
Here we go. Okay, she asked me, what did he say? So at no point in this does he say, I need my key, I need your number. He ends up going and giving her the keys. Okay? So that's the first one.
Bitch, you're a whole bum.
She made up the whole. Okay.
You're a whole.
This whole quid pro quo.
You're a whole ass bum, my girl.
Hold up. And so this is the second part. This is the part that made me laugh. So remember, she's like, oh, I don't know how to get home. All this other stuff. Like, yeah, I feel stranded.
I'm going to show y'all how lazy and entitled these girls are and how close they actually were, where they could have went ahead and gotten it themselves. Bureau of Prisons down in Miami. You guys want to see how fucking lazy these chicks are? 1 mile.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
1 mile.
Girl, my girl.
1 mile.
Whoa, wow.
1 mile. Okay. Everybody got data on their phone. You punch in the GPS, boom, you're gone. I'm stranded.
Look, guys, in situations like this, that's why it's important. Whatever girl that you are dealing with, make sure you always have receipts, right? Make sure you always save your text messages, because what could happen is that maybe you and this person messed around and maybe later on you're not really feeling her, right? And you're trying to cut ties with her. She might actually come back and put something on you. So make sure you have your receipts. Make sure you are as good to her as you can be. Don't be rude. Don't be, after, let's say you've had a good night with a girl, next day you should always text her, had fun last night, hope you had fun too. Let her send you back a text. At least now you have proof that, there was no foul play that happened, right? Let's continue.
You getting out after these dudes to get your keys back? They're 1 mile away. You know how entitled and fucking lazy you have to be to forget some shit after you get a ride from somebody and to demand that they come deliver it to you? They're 1 mile away. But anyways, let's keep playing.
He's going to bring back the wallet, meaning me. So I was like, sure, like I need my wallet. Like I'm not going to text this guy anyways. He gets my number and then he tried to maintain a conversation with me like through text. And I was like not answering him because I had gotten my wallet back.
But wait, who initiates the fucking conversation?
Yo, don't say now.
So she contacted me. So how would I demand to get her number if she was the one that contacted me first? Well, right? So she's saying, oh, I didn't talk with him. I didn't text him back. Just go play it through real quick, Chris, and we're going to analyze parts of this conversation later on.
Shout out to Tim Pool, man.
Shout out to our guy, Tim Pool. But look, she's not texting me. Look at that. That looks like a fucking conversation to me.
Wow.
Okay? That looks like a conversation to me.
Hey, honestly, like this was, when I saw this video, when I saw this girl calling on the H33 podcast, and H3 podcast was just listening to her and accepting everything that she was saying without any proof, I kind of felt let down by H3 because, man, I love H3 podcast, right? I love their podcast, but this was kind of a letdown on their part, because and that's why I kind of respect Abba and Preach for what they did here, because H3 because because they didn't like Fresh and Fit, right? They went with a story even without even going through the process of actually trying to see if it actually was real what the girl was saying, Give credit to Abba and Preach, because even though they don't like these guys Fresh and Fit, at least they understood that, hey, let's look at the facts first before we rush into any conclusions. And it was a good thing they did that, because it turns out that the girl was lying, right? Here is another situation where it's like, oh, believe all women. No, guys, believe all proof and facts, okay? Again, guys, always keep the receipts, because you never know when it might come in handy.
God damn, we got running essence. Again, I don't like these two. I think, for all intents and purposes, Amu Fuddle is a loser. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing on this. None whatsoever. And all these people are like, why would you defend these scum? I don't care if they're scum. I don't care if they're saints. Did they do what you claim? No? Then shut the fuck up. That's it. That's the end of the story. What am I looking at? She's out here claiming all like he's so desperate and creepy and all this stuff. You out here having full-on conversations and lengthy dude, and then lying about it in the aftermath, and you want to still be taken as credible. How many lies does somebody have to tell before you start to look at them and say, why should I believe anything you say? You've already tried to misrepresent things for your own personal gain. Why should I believe any part of this story? Oh, well, maybe she misremembered. Bruh, this is a conversation. You have records of this. You have time to go send screenshots to H3 to try to expose this dude, but you don't have any records of these conversations? Really? Get the fuck out of here.
And me and my friend were saying, like, it would be fun to sit here and, like, make him look dumb. Like, he sits here and he thinks that he can get all these women, but then a 19-year-old, like, doesn't, like, rejects him.
We brushed over this slap.
This is a hit piece. And that's exactly what the fuck I told you. That there's girls that act exactly like that. I said that. That's what I meant. That.
Guys, you have to protect yourself at all times, man. It is crazy out here, right? Because you might be going into an interaction with a woman thinking, okay, you know what? We're just gonna have fun. But she might be thinking that, there might be a future between you and her. That's why sometimes you have to be very careful with the kind of girls that you're dealing with, right? If you sense a red flag and you go, man, this chick is kind of weird, it might be worth not even going through with it, right? Just sending her on her way and keeping the receipts, the text messages between you and her. Okay?
That age will go and do that for ego because they need to prove some fucking shit. That was 100% ego.
Right.
Just to prove something. Oh, you think you're good? You think you're good? Perfect. That's the hit piece. Now, this kind of behavior does not show whenever they say that, you know what, it's only 10% of claims that are false claims. This is a false claim, but it's not reported because Fresh or Fit are not going to report that shit. But things like that happen because they feel ashamed, because it's pride, because of whatever, whatnot, because they need to prove a point, because they dislike someone. Someone will do that. Will do that. Just because I dislike the dude, so I'm going to go out of my way to lie, to create a whole story to do that. But it's not going to be reported. Why? Because guys, shut the fuck up about that shit. So whenever you come and talk to me about false claims that are reported as only that, shut the fuck up about that shit because that shit is not real.
I just want to appreciate something. We glanced over this last time, but just think of how manipulative and how much of a fucking loser you have to be to despise someone, go out of your way to interact with this person so you can then afterwards reject them. So you want to lead somebody on, pretend you have interest, so you can be like, you fucking loser, you wanted me? Get out of here. I would never. how much of a loser you have to be to go out of your way to spend time with people you apparently dislike.
So basically, he kept like texting me every day.
She goes, okay. If only we didn't have plans for the day, I can ask Isabella to text him too. Okay, don't sweat it. What time are you guys done with your day stuff? I'm thinking sometime around 7 to 8ish. Okay. And then I respond, oh, she sends me that at 1:22 p.m. I don't send her anything. She sends me a message the next day, 2:52 a.m. You should add the Jeopardy song to the soundboard.
No, he's texting me so.
I hate your show so bad, but here's a tip to make it better, because I hate it so bad. So it would be better if you. Who give my
Bro, I don't even get mad about this stuff. I just think, what a loser.
what fucking loser?
And you know what it is?
Fucking loser.
You know what it is?
You're abominable.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys.
Look, guys, when you're dating out here, guys, you have, I can't even say it enough, because if you are not careful, you are going to fall into these sort of traps, right? And it's not even, how can you even protect against that, right? How can you even protect against something like that, right? The only way, again, right, is you have to be careful with every single girl that you choose to bring into your life, right? Gone are the days where you can just meet a girl and she has no ulterior motives. Am I saying every girl has an ulterior motive? No. But you don't know which one does or which one doesn't. So you have to protect yourself at all times, right? You have to be careful when you're dating women, right? Gone are the days where you have to believe, oh, women are these angels that can do no wrong. Guys, we live in a society where women have more power than men. We live in a society where it's like believe all women, right? Believe all women. So when you're dealing with a woman, again, right, be upfront with her. Be upfront. I'm not saying you tell her, hey, I want to smash. No. But you want to make sure that you are not trying to like trick her or treat her badly or be mean to her, because in your trying to be coy, she might actually end up screwing you over, and you don't want that to happen to you. Just like what almost happened to Myron. Because if he didn't have the receipts, man, it would have been a whole problem.
Guys, two things. One, there's people who take a tremendous amount of pride in rejecting people.
Absolutely.
Absolute dweebs. I remember one time I shot my shot with this girl in person. She said no. I said, cool, have a good day. Come to find out, she went to tell half the people in her community. Yeah, she rejected. I was like, why would you tell people? I asked you on a date. He said, no, let's keep it pushing. Why would you go tell people that I like some fucking... But some people are like that.
The number of time I've heard girls talking about, hollered at me the other day. Who is that guy? Creep. Yo, for real. How? Would you? And then he just love and both about that shit. Girls do that.
But this girl did it even worse. She raised him up so she could try to shoot him down, and then brag about it. Fucking dweeb.
Low-key noble, right?
So this is the part where she kind of claims like, yeah, Walter did this whole plan to separate the two, and he's like, nah, you come with me, she's going over there. This is what she claims. So let's see what they say.
So eventually, like we pull up in front of the podcast apartment, and Byron's coming out of the building, and I get out of the car, and Walter leaves with my friend and took her to like another club. So I'm with Myron by myself. So we get into his car, and he drives us to like this like.
See how she's trying to spin it as if she didn't know that was going to happen? Let's pull up the text message conversation. Listen, the club closed at 5 a.m., right? And she goes, are you down to get food at 20? Right? So she hits me up and says, Walt he's leaving in 20 with Izzy. Okay, cool. Is Walt going to bring you to Brickell and I can get you? And he goes, Walt said he'll bring me to Brickell. Boom.
Yeah, I'll bring her there. First off, let me ask something. If you are going somewhere with somebody, you don't say, yeah, I'll bring them there. You'll say, we're coming. Yeah, well, we're all coming.
Whoa.
Clearly, these are premeditated plans. But she's trying to make it sound like she got ambushed with a separation.
I was wearing a Fresh and Fit hoodie, and...
Again, man, I can't believe that H3 is kind of like But then again, it's like, man, I feel sad, man, because it's like I really like that. I really like Ethan, man. I really like. I used to watch him all the time, man. He was actually one of the reasons why I actually got into YouTube, right? And to see that he just kind of just has fallen into the lie that this person put out there, all because he has a thing against Fresh and Fit, right? So yeah, man, this is insane. Because here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I don't understand why some people can't just say, you know what, that was a bad situation, let me just move on, right? It's obvious this girl had a vendetta against Myron and No Fresh and Fit podcast. That is one thing that I will say that is going to happen to the Fresh and Fit, right? They are going to constantly meet girls that are going to constantly try to screw them over because they are so polarizing. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I understand why they are polarizing, because they want to grow their YouTube channel, and the more polarizing you are, the more views you get. But here's the negative side to that. You cannot then in turn go out with the girls that you're bringing on your shows, right? Because some girls are very vindictive. They're going to say, you know what, this guy, if he tries to have sex with me, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to have sex with him, and then I'm going to accuse him of being creepy. I'm going to accuse him of trying to do something else, to me, right? And that's what's happening here, right? She went on the podcast. She wasn't happy with the way Myron was talking. But then Myron, thinking with his little head, gave her an in, right? Gave her an in. And she saw her in as in like, oh, he kind of likes me, and now I'm going to turn this around and create a whole narrative where it's like, oh, Myron was actually trying to, I guess, I don't even know how to say this without, Myron was trying to essay me, Guys, we have, in 2022, we have to be smarter than this, right? We have to be very, very, very smart.
Me in that whole story, my 2 points was the hoodie and the Listerine.
Yeah, because she got there and she decided to get so comfortable, she changed out of her clothes and put on his clothes.
I hate that. I hate everything about you, but let me put something with your name on there. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Oh, now you're in danger. Oh, you're putting on your potential attacker's hoodie.
Put on the ops hoodie.
What?
What is going on here, bro?
So she was cold and she put on a hoodie to have more clothes on.
Oh, she actually changed clothes.
Oh, she did.
I think I gave her some shorts or some shit.
She said that herself. She said that after that, she went and changed back in her clothes. She did say that.
She changed. She even grabbed some of his shorts.
Bruh. She said it.
I'm trying to leave. Let me put on my PJs. I'm trying to leave. Where my blankie at? I'm trying to leave.
Get out. Get out.
And so I'm like, I have my hands like on him where it's like I don't want him like laying on me like intimately, so I'm just holding my hands up, and I'm like, no. Like this was about like max a minute long, and I was wearing like this shirt, and it's like a very loose shirt, whatever. And he basically lifts up the shirt and made a comment, and then I was like, I'm done, I'm over this. Like, and
Wait,
I said
you
to
lifted
him,
up your shirt and kind of looked at underneath it and commented?
yeah, my chest, because I have piercings.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you said what?
And I said I have piercings, so he made a comment on it,
Oh, okay.
and it was very creepy. It was
So
very weird.
I don't want to.
No, it was not creepy. She's mad because I basically made a joke about her titties being lopsided. Whatever. That's what the fuck it is, man.
No, not whatever, you dumb. Guys, man, here's the thing. We have to use our freaking brains now, guys. When you're dealing with women, because women have so much power, you have to use your brain, right? She is a 19-year-old girl, right? She's so young. She's in her formative years. She probably is self-conscious about her image. She probably is not confident about her body. The last thing you want to do is insult her about her body. And then now when she goes home and she's thinking about it, she's like, you know what? I'm going to screw that guy over. On top of that, she was on your show where you were berating women, right? She's like, okay, now I'm definitely going to F this guy's life up. Do you see how men create their own problems, right? And it's like he's so oblivious that he doesn't understand that he created that problem. He created that problem, right? And there you have it, guys. I'm not going to play the rest of the video. You guys can go watch it. If I remember, I'll put a link to the video in the description box. But guys, just a little backstory, right? So that girl that we have been listening to apparently had a one-on-one session with Myron. She goes over to Myron's place after she had done the podcast with him, and apparently she was uncomfortable. And then she goes on the H3 podcast and claims that Myron was being creepy and actually trying to get her to come over so that he can sleep with her. But turns out that it was actually her trying to trap him in an essay case. And then he, like a dummy, made his case even worse and actually insulting her on top of it, right? Making her want to actually, trap him even more. Insane. Guys, sometimes we are the cause of our own problems. Guys, if you are dealing with a woman, I'll say this again. If you are dealing with a woman, right? It doesn't matter how you feel about this woman, what she tells you, how she says she feels about you. Always make sure you are a gentleman to this woman, because trust me, guys, if you treat a woman badly, you could actually get the wrong one that would actually turn around and ruin your life. It's happened to guys where girls have wrongly accused them because, maybe the guy ghosted them, or maybe the guy said something that was disrespectful to her, or maybe the guy manipulated her or lied to her about what the situation was supposed to be, and she thought it was something else, but he was actually using her, and then she turns around and accuses him of SA. Guys, do not do stupid shit like this. When you are dating women, make sure you're vetting the women that you are dating. Keep your receipts, right? Always be a gentleman, right? Guys, that is the video for today. If you have not already, guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. With that, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.